In my younger years, I used to spend all the time on video games and on my phone, sometimes even both at the same time. My life consisted of wake up, eat with YouTube, eat while watching YouTube, play video games, eat while watching YouTube again, play video games, sleep, and then repeat the next day. This life gave me a whole bunch of comfort. And I think it's because of that comfort, I still have problems to this day. I need to overcome all the comfortable conditioning I've been getting conditioned to step out of my safe place, my comfort zone. I would wonder why I was looking down on myself and I wasn't confident in myself and why I didn't get the results I wanted. But it was very, very obvious. I was too comfortable. I wasn't trying anything. I wasn't trying to improve at all. I was just staying in my comfort zone, doing a whole bunch of instant gratification, not even thinking about the future. That is just one reason on why I didn't get the results when I was a lot younger. Now that I put in more work, I'm getting more results. You might be telling yourself why you're not getting the results, or you're not getting the physique you want, or you're not getting the social skills you want. There's a lot of aspects that come into play and that affects your results. But if you spend your time like I used to, that's something you need to work on. If you play video games, you need to quit video games. Video games take up a whole bunch of your time to the point where you can't do nothing productive. And you could say, oh, one hour of video games is fine. But no, because you probably won't play just 1 hour. You'll probably drag it on to an hour and a half or maybe even 2 hours. And sometimes you might just say, oh, I already did 2 hours worth of video games. Who cares? I already kind of cheated, so I'm just gonna play more. You need to cut all of it off. You can't just do it like that though. It won't be very easy for you to just say, okay, no more. You can't go cold turkey. Because if you ever go cold turkey, you're gonna revert back to playing video games normally, like you used to do. You need to replace video games with productive things. For example, instead of playing video games, you could read a book. Or you can do work for school or work towards your goals. Something that's compelling you and something that's not like too boring. Because if it's too boring, you'll be like, I'll just play video games instead. You want to be interested in what you're doing. So then it's easier to stay doing the good habits instead of thinking the bad habits were better. Besides this anyways, you need to have the discipline to stick with the good habits. You shouldn't just rely on a feel-good feeling to continue on your habits. Habits are meant to be hard until they become habitual and you don't think about them anymore. Sometimes it's not very easy to just quit video games, like just replace it like within a week. You can progressively overload your video game usage, meaning let's say you play 3 hours or 4 hours every day. The next day try to get 3 hours. The next day try to get 2.5 hours. The next day try to get it 2 hours. Just slowly decrease your usage time to the point where you're barely using it and you could just cut yourself off. You could also change your mindset or try to change your mindset on your perception of video games, about playing video games. Like for me, I started to kind of think about video games in a bad way. I was like, man, video games kind of suck because it was kind of hard. I used to play this game called, the last game I used to play was this game called Rust. And you would build up your base and build a whole bunch of resources and goodies and stuff. But typically in that game, you get raided, meaning someone takes all your stuff and all your progress is gone like that. So that was the last game I ever played, and I'm glad I don't play video games anymore because it's a waste of time. But that kind of sparked something, like the challenging part of the game I'm talking about. where like it kind of pissed me off, and I'm like, man, frick this, I don't need to play it, it's not even fun no more. And I decided to just like kind of slow it down. And my climax of stop playing video games was when I actually got grounded for like a month. I couldn't play video games, and since I was forced to not play video games, and either way I didn't even want to play that much, I kind of like within that month I started to see the world. Like I actually went out to places and talked to people, and my eyes just opened. Like, damn, I've just been living in my room my whole life. And so after that month of me being grounded, I just didn't really go back to video games. I said goodbye to all my video game friends and just went on with my life and started doing more good habits like working out. I would recommend you to meditate as well. I think everyone who's on the self-improvement journey should meditate. That should be one of their top habits that they should be doing, because when you meditate, it opens your eyes to what you're actually gonna do. Kind of, you know, like that when people say think before you speak, it kind of allows you to think, because if you don't meditate, sometimes your mind's racing and you don't really think that much. So when you're able to think before you take action, it allows you to contemplate whether the action you're gonna take is gonna benefit your goals or it's not. So with that awareness, you can control your life and what direction it goes. And you can apply that to video games. You can think about, oh, is this actually gonna benefit me in the long run in my goals? Not really. Do I really enjoy playing video games that much? Not really. It's kind of boring sometimes, especially if you don't have friends to play with online. Who cares about video games? I could read. Many people replace video games with gym. I think that's what I started doing as well. I think I was like 14 when I started hitting the gym with my dad. My dad had a membership and I would go with him early in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd wake up, or like 4:50, and then wake up. The gym opens at 5. So we did that. It was before school. I came back like an hour later, get ready for school, and I went to school. And I think that it's not like I was gonna play video games in the morning, but it kind of like set the mood for like, I don't really need video games. Like I just hit a powerful workout. I feel strong. I feel like I can do anything. And it kind of like replaces the need for enjoyment in video games. So like, I got the enjoyment from the gym with a self-confident boost. This journey you're on is hard. Everyone's gonna have setbacks and roadblocks. You just need to have the discipline and willpower to power through those and solve them. But as long as you're able to do that, you will achieve your goals in the long run. Just with video games is a roadblock. You need to power through it to get to the next roadblock. And after that roadblock, you'll hit another one. It's the same process over and over and over until you hit, I don't think it ever ends actually. If you want another aspect to help you out from quitting video games, you could get a friend of yours and just say, hey, be my accountable buddy, and I'm going to try to quit video games. If I don't, I have to do something for you. Alright? Kind of like a challenge. Challenge yourself. Everyone likes challenges, so if you challenge yourself to do something and there's something on the line, then it'll probably push you enough to actually take action on what you want to do. That's all I have for you. Hope this helps you out. Stay strong on your self-improvement journey. We all are trying to stay strong. We are here together to help each other out. Okay? Have a good day. If you like the topic of self-improvement, be sure to subscribe, because in this channel, I'll be posting nothing but self-improvement videos and how to improve on your daily life.